Wait first. Let me put it on record. There's no contest between me and my Egbon Adeleke when it comes to dance. Or my good brother, Dino Melaya. If you want, call challenge. Me, Adeleke, Dino. There's no contest. We dey use school fees. We dey use dance pay school fees.
We so much believe in you. So now we go vote just like big brother. Oya Olu, give it to us. That's our Your Excellency. Better drop your body and soft with this body. Baby, run, I'm on a low key. Baby, you know me. Get us to go move on your logo. Hello once again, and a very warm welcome to Talk with Oloye. My guest today is a lawyer, a businessman, a philanthropist, and now a politician. He holds a degree in law from the University of Benin. He is a former senior partner and head of the corporate and commercial practice group at Templars Law Firm, Lagos, Nigeria. He made history by becoming the first non-senior advocate of Nigeria to be elected President of the Nigerian Barr Association in July of 2020. He is a recipient of numerous awards, including an award from the African Bar Association, amongst many others. He is the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party in the upcoming off-cycle election coming up in September 2024 in Edo State, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Olumide Akpata, welcome to Talk with Oloye.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I don't hear of this show for a while, so at least today I'm privileged.
I'm really honored. Thank you very much. With your video schedule, thank you very much for taking our time to attend. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Barrister Olumide Akpata, you're a very, very successful man in all professions, especially in the private sector. You're once a senior partner and head of corporate commercial practice in one of the most successful chambers law firms in Nigeria. Why fit into politics? What inspired you to transfer from legal into political arena? Why? I'm so curious.
Well, for me, the reasons are not far-fetched. In Benin, we have a parable. In we that are the Benin-speaking people.
Yeah.
Say, who said my yeye. If it is only one person who is wealthy in the family, who say my yeye. That is, if it's only one person who is wealthy in the family, we are all in poverty. So yes, I am successful. I have been successful as a lawyer. I've been successful in business. I've been successful in many fields of endeavor. But is that success reflective? Is it reflected in my immediate environment? No. So how successful am I? So I've been done 31 years as a lawyer. I've been partner in a law firm that has been phenomenally successful. I have been president of the Nigerian Bar Association. I have won many laurels. But is that reflective or is that reflected in my environment? In Edo State, in Nigeria? I say no. So that is what has propelled me to leave my comfort zone. Because it's not only about me. To say, let us go and find ways and means of pulling more people into that success bracket. So I joined the Labour Party because the Labour Party, if you look at our logo, you see the images there. Papa, Mama, Pikin. It's about the family unit. It's about the family that makes up society. Because we're sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Today is 1st of August. As you know, there are protests going on in Nigeria as we speak. The people are agitated. So it is in our enlightened self-interest to ensure that we find ways and means of getting the people to feel that they are part of the process. But right now, as far as I'm concerned, the people have been taken out of the equation. And that is why and that's my own motivation to bring the people back into the equation. So there's this saying, my dear brother, they say you must learn to plant trees, the shade of which you may never sit under. We must begin to plant trees that will benefit our people. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Brilliant. Okay. What would be your top 3 priorities for boosting job creation and the economy in Edo State?
Well, top 3 priorities. Job creation is a major priority.
Number 1, yeah.
Yeah, but there are developmental steps you can take that will trigger.
That's why I said job creation and the economy of Edo State.
Yes.
So that's really,
So the first thing you need to do is to deal with the issue of electricity, right? Power. But for me, that is priority number 1.
Right.
And I'm fortunate that I'm coming in at a time, because I believe I will win. I'm coming at a time when the Constitution of Nigeria has been amended. So electricity power generation is no longer the exclusive preserve of the federal government. States can now go into that sector. So that for me is a godsend. So immediately, Edo State government will begin to invest in the power sector. Labour Party has only one governor in Nigeria, and that governor has been in place for only 1 year. And as we speak, there's power in Abba, and I'm told that this has extended to about 8 more local governments.
I think gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial of Abia State. Right. He came into power and met a private initiative for power generation that has been ignored and neglected by previous governments. He joined hands with that private sector participant. And today there's power 24/7 in Aba. So it can be done. So number 1 for us is power. Number 2 is security. Security in the sense that, unlike power that has now become possible for state governments to participate in, security still remains essentially a federal government issue. They call the governor chief security officer, but it's not really factually correct. Because the Commissioner of Police answers to the Inspector General. But I am not into giving excuses. I don't give excuses. You make do with your current reality. So as soon as we get into power, we're going to work with the existing security architecture, the police, the state security services. We will create our own, or we will improve on what is on the ground with regard to our own security outfit, which will exist within as far as law permits it to. And then we will provide equipment and so on for the security agents. But let me tell you some things you can do about security also. You can tar roads, provide infrastructure, you can provide power. That will bring crime down. Now, who dey on top road when no good, they try and navigate pothole, and kidnapper they see to kidnap. You understand? If you dey express, the cable 120, I don't see which kidnapper one bracket am. If you understand what I mean.
Very well.
So for me, that's number 2. Number 2 is power. You ask for 3 things. Number 3 is agriculture. Man must work. A hungry man is an angry man. Food security is critical. Gari is 90,000 naira a bag as we speak in Nigeria, in Edo State. So we will have to work with the farmers as a state government. We will have to help them with farming implements, with fertilizer, etc. But more importantly, we have to be the first off-taker. Whatever they produce, we buy. We put in storage facilities and we on-sell to the people, or we process. It is important. That is non-negotiable. You circumscribe me to 3, but education is critical. Health is critical. So 4, 5,
So that. Okay. With this reverend, how do you plan to tackle corruption and ensure transparency and accountability in the state, given the past instances of massive corruption in the revenue collection department? And why should the Edo people trust with taxpayers' money?
Well, first and foremost, I don't know that there has been corruption before now. I'm a lawyer. He who alleges must prove, right? So I'm very careful with what I say. I am of the view, what I know.
But we hear that some people celebrated 1 billion or whatever.
What I know, let me tell you what I know. Edo State earns 16 billion naira a month. Edo State is owing almost 600 billion naira.
Oh my God.
I am unable to see what these resources have been used to do in the state. That is my problem. I'm just worried. I'm concerned. And I'm unhappy that with that kind of income profile, 16 billion, January, February, March to December, every month, I go through Edo State in the course of running for the party's ticket, and also in the course of, now that I'm a candidate, I've gone through around Edo State 4 times, all 18 local governments. I can't see where the money is being spent. That is my concern. If there's anybody who has fiddled with the funds, if there's anybody who has stolen Edo State money and I become governor, that person will be found, prosecuted, will be made to refund every dime stolen. But until that is proved or proven, I will not be able to venture into that. Now, you asked me, your first question is, how would I tackle revenue collection? I mean, technology has come to the rescue. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell somebody in the motor park to be revenue collection agent for Edo State. You know what I'm talking about. So for me, technology has come to the rescue. Once, except you want to steal, right? You will submit everything to technology. It's what you feed in that comes out, as you know. So for me, everything will be submitted to technology, and we can see and track our revenue collection process. That's number one. Number two, why should Edo State people trust me? You know, the taxpayers' money. So by their fruits you shall know them. That's what the good book says. You know, in this matter of election and politics, there's always an element of kalo, as we say. There's a risk factor, right? But what you now do is look at the antecedents of the individual. You mentioned, or I have mentioned, that I was president of the Nigerian Bar Association.
Not that.
Thank you. I'm not the first non-senior advocate. Let me put things in perspective.
So
I am the first senior advocate, non-senior advocate in almost 40 years. Remember, Nigerian Bar Association already existed before the rank of senior advocate was created.
Okay.
So we had precedents when there was nothing like SAN. So it will not be correct to say that I am the first non-senior advocate. And then after that,
I wasn't even born then, so I didn't have 40 years.
So, but that was, if we take our base, in 1992, NBA had crisis and went out of circulation for about 6 years. We had no president.
Okay.
So 1998 was when we came back from our hiatus, and then the first president from after that period was Chief Okpoko, a senior advocate from Warri.
Then they started making sons.
So from that 1998 till when I was elected, nobody who is not a son had become president, except one man who was first vice to Clement Akpangbo, SAN. Clement Akpangbo was our president. He now resigned and went on to become Attorney General of the Federation. So the man who was first vice president, Prince Lanke Odogino, not an SAN, had to now complete his tenure. With that, except for him, everybody else has been SAN since 1998. So I thought I should clarify that. But for whatever it's called, it was a phenomenal achievement, for which I ascribe to the grace of God. Now, when I was president of the bar, or when I was running for office, lawyers, just like Nigerians now, or just like people of Edo State, were disenchanted, unhappy with the state of affairs in the NBA. They always ask the question, what does the NBA do for me? Is there any need for me to continue to be a member? Right? But for the 2 years I was president, I was able to change that narrative. We did all the work that we needed to do. We fired up the association, gave it its voice back. All our committees were working. I paid all our debts. I'm talking now about why you can trust me. Paid our debts. People who were owed gratuity, pension, housing allowance for our staff. Paid all our debts. When I finished after 2 years, my brother, I left 1.5 billion naira in the accounts of the association.
Oh my God.
An association, not a state government. Because there are some states that the governors don't leave 1.5 billion when they are going.
Really?
I left, yes, go and check. They leave debt. I left 1.5 billion for my successor. You understand what I mean? So it is these things that you can, you check a man's antecedents. If I could be faithful with the resources of the Nigerian Bar Association, why would I not do same for my own home state? So I am not into politics to steal. I'm a Benin man. My name is my greatest asset. My name. So you will not hear that I've come to steal the funds of Edo State. But stealing is not the only crime. Because stealing is a crime, but mismanagement is sometimes even a bigger crime when you mismanage, when your priorities are wrong. Because for me, if I have 16 billion naira every month, I will ask myself before I spend the money, what can I use this money to do that will benefit the majority of the Edo State people? So for me, it's even, I think, a greater crime that you have the money in your hand and you go and do things with it that will not benefit the people who actually own the money. So, for example, why would I build a museum, as this current government has done, with taxpayers' money, when I could have built a hospital or a school, right? Or fixed a road? You know, so why would I go and put taxpayers' money in a 5-star hotel, as this current government has done, when I could have used that money to do other things that would benefit the people directly? 5-star hotel, I don't see the immediate value of that. So those are the issues. That's why you can trust me with Edo State Taxpayers Fund, because one, I won't steal it. Two, I will get my priorities right in spending it on your behalf, right? And three, I will be transparent in allocating the resources. So that's why I think you can trust me.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I think the next question, because now you're in the UK, in London, yesterday you're in Belgium, Italy, Manchester. So the next question is very, very important. How do you intend to harness the economic progress of the Edo indigenous in the diaspora?
Well, thank you. So yes, I'm on the Diaspora tour.
Yes.
And it's been quite successful. We were first in London, moved on to Manchester and to Rome, and we ended up in Antwerp, Belgium, on the 30th of July.
Back to London now.
Back to London now. I can't pack my load. Look at the go house. So it's deliberate that we are here, because we recognize the potential, we recognize the influence, we recognize the viability of our people in the diaspora. Very intelligent, very smart, very resourceful people in the diaspora. Here in Europe, here in the UK and in Europe, and also in the Americas. By the grace of God, in August, we'll talk about 3 cities in the United States of America. How do I intend to harness? I think we are necessary partners. It's a no-brainer. I don't even need to be told that I must work with our people in the diaspora. Firstly, because of the enormous influence that they wield back home, because of the fact that within their sphere of influence they have many voters, because they don't vote, even though I must add that when I become governor, it is one of the things that we will agitate at the federal level to allow for diaspora voting. To the extent that we can influence that process, we will agitate for diasporans to vote. But in the interim, while we are here, they don't vote, but they have enormous influence at home. Number two, the highest diaspora, I'm told from the reports from the Bureau of Statistics, that Edo receives the highest amount of diaspora remittances from outside Nigeria. So for me, it goes to tell you that there is a huge base of people who have that kind of potential to actually move the needle as far as development is concerned in Edo State. That money they send home, it feeds their families. It helps to build their houses that they want to build. It establishes their businesses. That is the Edo economy we're talking about. So I must partner with them. So harnessing it means creating this communication, this channel, keeping it open where we are talking. Because when they send money home, what do they want? They want a level playing field. They want ease of doing business. They want security at home. They want to be able to come home. Some of them are married to Europeans, to British spouses. They want to bring them home, show off their home where they grew up. But they don't see there's no opportunity to do that. Security, infrastructure. They want to acquire land. You want to make sure that process is made easier for them. So those kind of things are how we want to partner. So for them, we're going to establish, right now I am told that the law has already been passed establishing the Diaspora Commission for Edo State. I haven't been able to confirm, but this is the understanding that I have. You can be sure that if that is the case, I will ensure that commission is operationalized. You must have a director general, you must have people who are relating directly with our people in the diaspora. As we will hold town hall meetings at home, we will hold town hall meetings abroad with our people, because they are a huge, huge asset that we cannot afford to ignore.
Okay, security, I need to address that again. We need to go back. That is, how do you intend to address the security challenges facing the state to ensure the safety and security of its residents, especially in the rural areas where citizens are too afraid to go to their farms due to the risk of being kidnapped or killed? So how do that matter a lot? That's secret for me. Personally, I believe security is number one. Now that's what I know. So that's why, although you spoke about it before, I don't want you to address it again.
I think electricity is number one, because when you take care of electricity, right, you have already created an atmosphere that fights. You see, let me give you the reason why electricity is number one. It's just like light and darkness. Let me use light and darkness. When you go into a dark room, you don't fight with the darkness. You switch on the light. You open the window. Darkness by itself will go out. So,
I know those bad guys don't like light.
They don't like light. You put fluorescent in front of your teeth will come.
They're not.
The first thing they will do, want to knock out the lights so that they can operate under darkness.
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
Right.
Darkness and light don't go together
At all.
But with regard to security, I already told you that I am firstly aware of my reality, if I were to be governor, that I have very little control over the security apparatus. However, that is
what does vigilante and all that?
Go and check the laws and see what your vigilante can actually do. So what you need to do, like my brother Dr. Oti is doing in Abia, and some other governors, you should work with the police and the DSS. If you equip these guys, they can work. It's unfortunate. You shouldn't be equipping them. Federal government should equip them. But you go use your tongue to count your teeth now. If you are waiting and federal government has not shown up, you have security vote. Spend it on equipping the police. When Alex Oti resumed, he bought vehicles first for the police. He sorted out the DSS. Technology has been, a man kidnaps, Mr. A kidnaps Mr. B, go inside forest, makes one phone call. With the right tracking device, as soon as he makes that phone call, you know where he is.
Yeah.
You geolocate him. There is technology that can be used. These guys need to be fully equipped. So as a state government, we will work closely with the existing architecture. We will equip our own vigilante. But that our own vigilante, I'm very interested in equipping our vigilante, one for the urban areas, but another for the rural areas, as you mentioned. So in those days, we used to have forest guards, right? So we're going to bring those ones back so that we secure our farmlands. Or we are going to ignite a revolution in the agricultural sector. So it's not just farm, we're going to have farm settlements in every local government, farm areas, designated farm areas. So we must secure them. So nobody should come and tell me, say, one headsman show. Headsman matter don't come turn to willy. You don't see them, but they say they exist. In those states, luckily I heard that some were caught and they've been sentenced to death by a court of law. You must do that. I'm a lawyer, my deputy governor candidate is a lawyer. We will make sure that the justice system is effective in apprehending and also prosecuting and finally sentencing these individuals. So we serve as a deterrent. So we're going to fight security head on, because many things will spoil if security is spoiled. The investors will not show up. The tourists will not show up. We intend to reactivate our tourism sector. You understand what I mean? The people will be afraid to go around doing their daily business. So security, we intend to tackle it from this aspect. And like I said before, there are some things you will do that are not necessarily they're not directly related to security, but they have the intended consequence of bringing security down. Electricity, I just mentioned. If you fix the roads, you understand what I mean? It's the man who is going home from Sapele Road to Aduawa, and the roads are good. He drives straight home. He doesn't have to navigate or meander through potholes and all that, grind to almost a halt. He becomes a sitting target. You understand? So security, when Obiano was governor in Anambra State, if there's one thing I remember is when he brought street lights to Oka, it was clear, the reports came back that crime had dropped significantly because of that. So we're going to approach this matter from these two angles. Work with the existing infrastructure, three angles. Work with the existing infrastructure. Two, ensure you have your own vigilante, well-established, well-organized vigilante group who will protect the towns, the villages, and the farms. And then number three, put infrastructure in place so that the one will be accidental criminal, he go stay house.
Okay. What initiatives will you introduce to empower the youth and ensure their participation in the state's development? That matters a lot because with this competition and a lot of things, so that's.
I am very passionate about the youth. Very passionate. I graduated from University of Benin at the age of 20. I became a lawyer at 21. I joined my elder cousin, my brother, we don't really get cousin. Ogogo, you know Ogogo. I joined the Ogogo. He had just set up the law firm in 1995, Templars. So I joined him in 96. How old was I? 24. Right? How old was Ogogo when he set up Templars in 1995? He was 27. Then the youth passed through. We were youth. We worked hard, right, to build a law firm that at that time when I joined Ogogo, we were 4 lawyers. Today in that firm, I exited in August last year, we're over 120 lawyers. We're cities in Nigeria and on the West African coast. We are one of the largest law firms in Nigeria. That is the kind of success that I wish for Edo youth. I'm not the kind of person who climbs
model.
Yeah.
So a role model.
Yes. I'm not the kind of person who climbs the ladder and then kicks it down so that nobody else will. So, first and foremost, why did we succeed? We were well educated by our country. Ogogo and I did not school outside Nigeria. We've never schooled outside Nigeria.
I'm so surprised.
So why are you surprised? That was Nigeria that I grew up in.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be surprised about. That is the school. My teachers, when I was taught English, I was taught English. You understand what I mean? That is the system. You see, that is the tragedy. That this same country that could train me and I can stand my own ground anywhere in the world as a lawyer. Not even as a lawyer, as an educated, literate person, I can stand my ground anywhere in the world. We can't say the same about what is going on in Edo and Nigeria today. So when you say, what do I have for you? Firstly, is youth education. And let me tell you, it is not every youth that will go to university. Samuel Osaigbovo Akpata, present memory, he set up technical colleges. He set up vocational schools for good reason. We are too fixated on paper qualification. If you don't see BSc, MSc, your body no go normal. But it is, I've been, as a lawyer, I work in the oil and gas industry. We bring foreigners to work in that industry for certain services. And when I look at the qualification of these guys, I did see PhD, I did see MSc. So I just want to go to school. So I had to be reoriented to understand that it's not about paper qualification. It's about certification regarding the task or the job they're supposed to do. Has he gotten the training? So from the Philippines, we used to bring a lot of underwater welders to come and work in the oil and gas industry. That's a very sensitive, very, very skill-based undertaking. The guy no go university, but he has the qualification. So that's why Bermuda set up all these schools to be sure that you can train your children.
But it's like that in Europe too.
Yeah, of course, it's the same thing.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. We bring people from Scotland, from Aberdeen, into Nigeria to work in the oil and gas sector. Because they've been trained in various areas. It's about the technical know-how you have. If you like get PhD, go and do underwater welding now. Go underwater and go and weld. So for me, we must resuscitate these technical schools and vocational schools so we can provide the opportunity to gain training that they can use. Oh, people sit down for their children went to school, their children did jam. This one pass. Have we ever asked what happened to the ones who not pass the jam, the ones who fail? Where are they today? Are we following up with them? They become the problem in society because after trying many times, they go and try other things, negative things. So we are going to firstly set up these training institutions. Then, more important, secondly, not more importantly, I have spoken to you about what we want to do in agriculture. I have spoken to you about setting up electricity, participating in the electricity sector. You are establishing viable means of gaining employment for the youth. Once all of these are created, you are establishing viable means of gaining employment. So that's the plan for the youth, keeping them engaged, keeping them trained. You understand what I mean? And then, ensuring that the idle mind that can be the devil workshop is kept busy. That mind is kept busy. So that's for me. And then they are also going to be very involved in the decision-making process. They are the future. All we are doing today now is about them creating an Edo State that they will be in charge of. When I was president of the NBA, we had our National Executive Council. But the funny thing, if you haven't done up to 10 years as a lawyer, you can't be a member of the council. And some of us said, no. When you are the person, when you are sitting down in the council to discuss the future of the profession, the people who will be the participants, the active participants in that future, you say they should stay outside the room. No, you must let them in. They have their ideas too. So we amended the constitution, or we facilitated the process of amendment and got the threshold reduced so that younger lawyers can be part of our executive, our council. You can be sure that in Edo State, young people will be part of government.
Thank you for those beautiful insights. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We'll talk to you after this short break.
Freelancers and contractors, does managing paperwork and taxes have you feeling overwhelmed? Welcome to Microsystems International, UK Limited. With our indefatigable CEO, Mr. John Emore, and a solid, enthusiastic team of professionals at Microsystems International, we've got you covered.
Since 1997, Microsystems International has been the go-to solution for all your administrative and accountancy needs.
From payroll to tax returns and even virtual office support, we make it easy for you to stay compliant and focused on what you do best.
Looking to upskill? Our specialist training courses in IT, business analysis, and more are designed to enhance your professional growth.
Join the thousands of satisfied clients who trust Microsystems International. Visit microsystemsinter.com and get started today.
Microsystems is fully accredited and is HMRC compliant.
Contact us at +2349 075 901 54
or +4420 820 238 88.
or visit microsystemsinter.com.
Microsystems International, your partner in success.
Welcome back. Glad to continue my exciting program with my super amazing guest, Osaigbovo Olumide Akpata. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
I am immensely.
Okay. We just move straight to our memory. Lembake, name the music, puzzle Q&A, and so many more. Are you ready? What's your favorite food dish? Your favorite? What do you?
Yam. I think yam is, you see, because I like yam so much. Because the variants of yam, all the variants, whether I boiled yam, fried yam, dudu, pounded yam, all the variants, yam porridge. I like yam a lot. But of course, rice is standard. So I eat rice. But if you ask me food-wise, yam.
Name the first three characters that comes to mind when you hear this movie theme, song, Fame. Hold on. Our time. Do you remember it?
You want them to know how old I am.
Everybody knows that.
Tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me. Tell me what you see.
You
ain't seen the best of me.
Yeah. She goes, I can see it. Okay.
You can set it free. I think that's
Wow, you're taking my mind back.
Okay, I'll help you.
No, it's really wait for the plane. I want to live forever.
You got that? No,
That's
you won't come there. So you have the black guy, Leroy.
But
You have Coco. Arikara.
No, I Arikara. So
Arikara is Coco.
Yeah, so I remember the name of the actors.
The characters.
Yes, no, but I don't know the name of the characters. I know Arikara. I can't remember the name.
The name that
Yes.
Coco, that's Arikara. Then Leroy. Then you have Bruno Matteli.
Yes. I remember.
Yes. What do you wish you were better at?
Sports. You see, I went to King's College in Lagos, right? And sports was part of our life, right? But then I just thought I've always been a big person, so sports didn't come easy for me. But then I thought it was just, they're just punishing us, But now, when I think back, what sport does for you, apart from helping you with your physical and mental well-being, it also, when they say that spirit of sportsmanship, you gain it from being a sportsman. So you participate in a game or in a sport or in life or in politics or in any contest. The issue is not just about winning. It's about participating. It's about endurance, perseverance. So as I have become, as I've grown older, I realize that, if I were a better sportsman, I would have been able to deal with some of the things that have encountered in life.
So I hate to play golf now.
I just started, so I wish.
I interviewed this guy, so with Peter David, he has PGA certification.
Oh, I see.
Wonderful, yes,
My family, most of my uncles, my cousins, all play golf. I wish I had started much earlier, but it's okay to
I
start.
think the last time I heard you traveled with Ezogi, I went to Kenya somewhere. Andrew.
Oh no, we went to Rwanda
To play
There's golf and cricket and all that. So I have a group of some of my friends who went to university together. We call ourselves main men. So we go once in a year, we go to Rwanda, because Rwanda is just a country that serves to inspire us now, to say this is what you can achieve even in Africa.
I always ask my guests this question. Who would you like to change places with for a day? Who would you? Some people would say Oprah Winfrey, some would say Nelson Mandela, some would say Dangote. Who would you for a day? Some would say, they want to be themselves. That's what I mean.
I would like to change places with the president of Nigeria for a day. Because right now I'm so...
But you didn't mention the name.
A name? Oh, you want a name?
Yes.
The present occupant of the office is Bola Tinubu. I'm changing places not with him as an individual. I'm changing places to be president of Nigeria. To understand, but if you want individual. What's individual you're talking about?
Yes, individual.
Individual. I think I would like to change places with Barack Obama.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You are the first person.
Barack Obama, I'm inspired by that person, by that individual. I am inspired by what he was able to achieve in very unlikely circumstances. Now, when you see that, I'm trying to understand how that mind works. So maybe that's the thing that comes to my mind.
Okay. This one, don't laugh. The next one, listen carefully. You loaned your friend 4 million naira last year, and since then, he has refused to pay back, which has really affected the friendship. 4 million. You begged him just to pay you back 2 million. Begged him. And he said, okay, he can give you 1.5 million. Then he said, okay, no problem. Your friend then says he can only pay 1.5 inches, bed. You eventually gave him your account details to pay the money back. When you woke up the next morning, switched on your phone and went to your online banking, you saw 15 million. 15 million. In short, you looked at it, you kept on staring at the screen in disbelief. You grabbed the phone, put it on the second phone, you saw 100 missed calls from him, 65 text messages begging you to return 13,500,000. Here's the question, Barrister. So what would you do? Send back 13,500,000, take your full 4 million, keep the entire 15 million, switch off your phones, block him, and move to an address. What will you do?
I'll take my phone to me. My friend, not be my friend, you call that. My friend.
He lied to you in the first place.
He's my friend.
Yes.
I loaned him 4 million naira.
Yeah.
Give my money back, he not going to give me.
He can afford it.
No, I begged and I pleaded.
Yes.
I says, the only amount he can afford to give me now is 1.5.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
then go on wrong. Mistakenly, he sent 15. So I will refund 8. Abi?
Yeah.
No, 15. So I will refund 11.
So you won't give him that. You will refund the 30.5 million.
No. I gave him 4 million. So and he gave me.
No, but he told you
Yes.
that in this moment they can 1.5 million
But unfortunately,
for him.
he exposed himself, say the money
He did. I know to pay.
you don't want to pay me. Because I will collect my 4 million back.
Okay. I think we must come to the end of the program, but what I do, you just have to shoot your dance moves, even if it's 1 minute. Because we have Governor Deleke, we have Dino Minari, we are going to be the next, you are going to check the next, so I do that with all my guests. Oya Olu, give it to us.
I get the money back to your papa.
That's our Your Excellency.
She the keys better drop your body and suck up. Suffer with this body, then we run, I'm on a low key. Baby, you know me. Get a single move on your logo. Baby, come make a drive your come make a drive this your shallow. Baby, allow me. Tip you off for the allow. See body, oh, see body.
Will they worry you?
I get the money past your papa. If you want me, I don't feel too far. Why you want to move on? Show you the keys and I took your body and I took your phone with this love for fixing baby and let me. I get the bounce for you, you want to do like say I know the end. You do this thing, they do like say your boys know the end. No, and then you follow my command, take it to like I do, take it from your back, take it boom, soft with this body, baby, run, I'm on your low key, baby, you know me, get a single move when you know me, baby, come make a drive your
Come make a drive this your jalo.
baby, I love you, till you are feeling alive, on your way to the water, give money, make a rock on you, I know you see your need, I get the money back to your papa, wait till you want, I know people for you, why you want to
So, it's going to be between you, Adeleke, Dino, I don't know.
Bros. See.
All Jaka, all work and no play make the So this part,
Wait first. Let me put it on record. there's no contest between me and my Egbon Adeleke when it comes to dance. Or my good brother, Dino Melai. If you want, call challenge. Me, Adeleke, Dino. There's no contest. We dey use school fees. We dey use dance pay school fees.
We so much believe in you. So now we go vote just like Big Brother. Barrister Olumide Osaigbovo Akpata, I really appreciate coming to talk with us every minute, second. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I won't worry now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Until next time, bye for now. Oloye.
Waiting you love, I'll be waiting I love. Mr. Money Ginger, Mr. Money Ginger.
Victor,
Your video now. The guy Mr. Money